In this series of videos, I'm showing you how to use the Microsoft Visio Pro 2019 desktop app to build org charts that are linked to Excel data. This video will teach you how to build the Excel employee data list correctly, including using a trustworthy unique identifier, splitting full name into first name and last name, writing concatenation formulas to produce the desired display name, including the required org chart fields and optional fields, and running the org chart wizard and specifying which fields should appear on the org chart diagram. And you may just learn a few Excel tricks along the way. Here's the employee list that Visio created for us, open in Excel. First, to create links between rows of data in the Excel list and shapes in the org chart, Visio requires that we have a unique identifier value in each row of data. People's names are not guaranteed to be unique, so you should not rely on name as your unique identifier. Instead, do what every good database developer does and include a primary key field in your list. That is, a field that contains some value, usually a simple number, that is unique to each employee. It could be an employee ID number if your organization uses such a thing, or simply a series of numbers counting from 1 or 100 or wherever you choose to start. Then we will add supervisor ID and refer to the employee ID when specifying the supervisor for each employee. Then we can delete the old reports to column. Next, it's a good idea to break your data values into their smallest meaningful elements. So instead of the name field storing full names, let's make separate first name and last name fields, and then we'll fill them automatically using Excel's text to columns command. This command, found on the Data tab of the ribbon, can divide text into separate columns, provided that there is some delimiter character, like a space or a comma, that separates the values. This is also known as parsing text. We want the parsed text to be placed starting in cell D2. Click Finish, and Excel parses the full names into first names and last names. Now I'd like to move the name column over to the right of first and last. If you point to the green border around the range of selected cells and hold the Shift key while dragging, Excel will perform a cut and insert. Now, let's write some simple concatenation formulas to produce the employee name we want displayed on the org chart diagram. First, we'll select the cells where we want the formulas to go. Then we'll clear out the old static entries and replace them with formulas. This first one will give us last name, comma, space, first name. That looks good. Let's do another one. This one will give us the first letter of the first name, then a period and a space, and then the entire last name. And very nice. How about another? Here we want first name and then a space, and then the last initial, and then a period. The left function that you see me using here is capable of returning any number of characters off of the left side, that is the beginning, of the text. If you don't specify a number of characters, it returns the first character only. That looks good. Okay, last one. We'll keep this one, I promise. Here we want to concatenate, or string together, the first name, then a space, and then the last name. Now we'll just copy that down through the end of the list with a double click on the autofill handle. I'll just take a second and we'll make it look a little prettier here. Next, there are certain fields that a Visio org chart will assume you have in your employee list. And if you do not have them, it will add them to the org chart as shape data anyway. So, in my opinion, you might as well have them in your employee list in the first place, even if you do not have any data for them. They are name, title, department, telephone, and email. Finally, you may have as many additional columns of data as you like, which can all be linked to the shapes, even displayed on the shapes of the org chart diagram. I'll paste in some data, fix these column widths, and make these headings bold, I'll save this as a different file. We'll call it Better List and close it up. Now that we have a better employee list, let's go through Visio's organization chart wizard again, but using the Better List file instead. Back in Visio, we'll run the organization chart wizard again and choose the first option this time to create our organization chart from information that's already stored in a file or database. Of the three acceptable types of data, we'll choose Text, Org Plus, or Excel file and click Next. Browse for the file, once we click Next, Visio will analyze this file and find our column headings, otherwise known as field names, and it's going to ask us which ones we want to use for various purposes. If we have a full name field, which we do, called Name, we should use it here. If we only had separate first name and last name fields, we should choose last name here and choose first name for the first name field below. For this Reports To menu, remember we decided to use Supervisor ID instead of the old Reports To, and we entered the ID number of each employee's supervisor in that column. Visio will use that to connect shapes in the hierarchy. Because our name field that we chose above includes last names and first names, we'll leave this first name menu set to none. Here we get to decide what data will appear on the org chart diagram shapes. Let's include name, which is our calculated full name, and job title, and department. Use the up and down buttons to adjust the order of the selected field. It doesn't matter where the name field is, Visio will always put it in the most prominent position on the shape. However, the order of the other two does matter. The order we've chosen here will put name first, then department, and title last. In this next question, which looks very similar to the previous, we can ask Visio to include any of our Excel columns as shape data fields. Shape data fields don't appear on the actual diagram shapes initially, but they are linked to the shapes and therefore are available to be added later to org chart shapes or to display in data graphics. Honestly, it doesn't matter what you include here because as soon as we establish the link between the Excel list and the Visio org chart, which you will learn how to do in the next video, all the columns from our Excel list will become shape data fields automatically. These three fields cannot be removed because we asked them to appear on the org chart shapes in the previous question. Next, we're asked about employee pictures. If you have pictures, make sure the picture files are all stored in the same folder and select that folder and then click Open. It is essential that the picture file names match one of the fields in the Excel list, probably the name field, like these, for example. Next, we specify how to break the org chart across multiple pages if necessary. We'll talk more about this in another video in this series. This time, I'll put the entire diagram on one page, click Next, and click Finish. And just like that, Visio creates an org chart based on our Excel data. However, it is not linked yet to the Excel data. Watch the next video in this series to learn how to connect your Visio organization chart to an Excel employee list. If you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and add a positive comment. And if you need live instructor-led training, either in person at our sunny Long Beach, California Training Center or remotely from your location, check out our training classes at acceleratecomputertraining.com, where we teach software like this every day of the week.